Hey, welcome to Pearls of Motherhood. I'm Diana.
And I'm Tessie, and I have a very special guest with me today because my fifth baby has arrived, a little boy, and he's joining us because I'm currently breastfeeding him as we speak.
Mom life, right?
Yeah, we can always multitask. You have to as a mom.
Exactly. This is the ultimate. So if you hear him speaking, you know why.
Yeah.
So today's extra special, not only because we have an extra special guest, but because this is our season finale. And we're wrapping up with an episode that ties together everything we've been talking about this season: reframing, self compassion, and embracing motherhood on your terms.
Yeah, so the title says it all. I am not stuck. I'm right where I am meant to be. And honestly, I feel like that's the biggest lesson we've been learning right alongside you pretty much all season.
I agree. And in today's episode, we're going to reflect on some of the big themes that kept popping up for us, like letting go of comparisons, leaning into the you do you mantra, Tessie's favorite saying, and
Love it.
learning to, I know, me too, and learning to see challenges as growth.
So, yeah, we'll talk about quote unquote being stuck, what that really means, how to reframe it if that is how you're feeling into a strength. And we'll share some stats and stories that remind us that we're not alone in these feelings. We all feel this way, we all have moments.
Yeah, that is completely true. We'll also leave you with conversation prompts and reflections you can use with yourself, your partner, or even other mom friends, because sometimes the best way to feel empowered is to hear your own voice say it out loud.
Yep. So grab your coffee or hide in the pantry with your snacks. And no judgment here. I do that all the time.
I currently have
And
my
let's,
snacks.
yeah, let's do this season finale together.
Woohoo! Okay, let's start here. How about the feeling of being stuck? Almost 60%, 60% of moms report feeling stuck or trapped in their routines at least once a week. That's a lot. And it might
Yeah.
be like stuck in the day to day grind, stuck in comparison, or stuck in a season of waiting. You always liken it to Groundhog Day, Tess.
I always say I'm in
Yes.
just ground. People ask me how it is, how it's going. I'm just like, I'm in Groundhog Day, like
Mhm.
it is. It's like the same thing every day. It feels so repetitive.
And surreal, right? You're like, didn't I
Yeah.
just do this?
Yeah. Especially some days, it's like you do the same thing 5 times, like, pick up the laundry that they throw out of the basket or something, or, like, you just folded that and then they messed it up and you fold it again, it's just, like, repetitive
Especially when you
motions.
have 5 kids, right?
Yeah,
But here's
exactly.
the reframe. Why don't we start seeing stuck as a signal, not a punishment? And sometimes it means we need rest or that we're on the edge of growth. I think that's a fun way to look at it, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, instead of saying, like, "I'm stuck in this moment," or "this Groundhog Day," it's just a season, like, think of it as, "This is the season of life that I'm in, and this is what I'm doing in this season." Like, seasons are not forever, and for sure, little kids don't stay little forever, it's
Sure.
everybody obviously knows that, so every stage of motherhood has its own growth period, has its own season, has its own
Sure.
challenges, but also has its own rewards every single period.
I completely agree. And even though in the moment it feels like forever, like it's never ending, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about some of the most common places mom feels stuck. Because if you're nodding along, you're definitely not alone because we're right there with you. But
Mhm,
instead of saying I'm stuck, what if we reframe it with the phrase I'm in a season? So we picked out the
mhm,
5 top stuck feelings and we're going to reframe them for you. Can I go first?
mhm. Yep.
Okay, number 1, you're stuck in the daily grind, just like we were talking about, like feeling like life is all about their dishes and diapers and routines. And if we reframe it with I'm in a season of building rhythms that won't last forever, that's
Mhm.
that's an interesting one. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, it's like right now so if you're in this season right now, daily grind, routines, the nap trap, you're, like, stuck
Mhm.
at home all day during naps and stuff. Y Right now, it feels like
Mhm.
Groundhog Day, but it's also laying a really good foundation for your kids and their security their attachment, and it's important for you to be there for that.
Yeah, it's like what they can expect, right? Kids have
Mhm.
no control, and I love that. It's a foundation for their security. That's a really interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, that's so like, people say that kids really they like having boundaries. You would think that they wouldn't. You would think kids would just wanna, like, do whatever they want whenever they want, but apparently that's actually not true. Kids really like having boundaries. They like knowing what's expected of them. They
Uh-huh.
like knowing what they can and can't do and having expectations. They do.
Yeah, I have to say my daughter likes having the boundaries, and then she likes to put her toe over the boundary. Hmm.
Yes, it's a security thing for them because they actually know what to
Mhm.
expect,
Yeah,
even
that's
if they don't
true.
like it or they wanna push it.
And all I see is red at that moment,
I
honestly.
know. Oh, man, try having multiple kids. They all
Like,
push your boundaries.
that's why I only have 1. Mother Nature says, "You can only handle 1." There you go. You wanna do number 2?
So number 2, okay, stuck in comparison, looking at other moms. They seem to have it all together, or just comparing yourself. Definitely social media, we've talked about this. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm in a season of learning. You can reframe it. I'm in a season of learning what works for me and my family. And no mom is the same. No mom raises her kids the same. No family is the same. Everybody is unique.
Mhm. It falls right into the "you do you" that you always talk about. I love
Mhm.
that. And even if
Yeah.
you're a mom, I mean, with 5 kids, you don't do every single kid the same, right? You have to do
No.
what is right for each child, based on your gut. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and when we, like, talk about the mom styles, like, my style of motherhood is not the same. My strengths are not the same as other moms. So, yeah, I might compare myself on, like, one mother's, like, ability, to organize or manage things or be, you know, structured or whatever, and maybe that's just not my strength, but my strength is something different.
Yeah, I respect that,
Or
and your
yours too.
kids. Yeah, exactly. So number 3, stuck in identity shifts, like missing your old self or your old career. And we can
Mhm.
reframe it with, I'm in a season of rediscovering who I am with new layers. And I have to say, I this one I totally identify with because I never thought I would be doing a podcast ever.
Me either. Yeah, like, well, that's the cool thing about motherhood. You aren't necessarily losing yourself. You're just adding more to who you are. And I do believe that there is a reason that we're supposed to be parents in this world because the things that we're able to accomplish as parents just, like, astounds me that I would have never been able the person that I am today, I would never be if I wasn't a parent, I would be a
Mhm.
perpetual 20-year-old, literally.
Same. Same.
I would never grow up.
You wouldn't have
So it gives
to.
me yeah, no, you wouldn't have to, and I feel like I don't know, I know some, like, 60 and 70-year-old people who never had kids, and 100% they're, like, perpetual 20-year-olds. I think we've talked about this
Yes, we
before.
have. We have.
They don't and I don't even think they know it, you know what I mean? So there's definitely something in the design, God's design to, go forth and have children and
Mhm.
multiply, and I think that there's something to that. It really forces us to grow as human beings in a way that we never would. I really think
I
that's special.
I think so too. I'm definitely a much more layered person than I used to be, and I'm
Mhm.
actually a happier person. And it's because
Way happier.
motherhood is right for me. And for those that
Mhm.
motherhood is not right for, that's cool too. You do you.
Mhm.
But for me,
Yeah, totally.
instead of saying I miss my old self, I'm going to say I'm going to start a podcast instead and figure out something new.
Yep. And, so number 4, okay? Stuck in decision fatigue, the
Yeah.
constant choices. What am I gonna make for dinner every single day? What am I gonna make for lunch every single day? Schedules, discipline, just, like, constantly having to decide, what am I gonna do in this situation can be exhausting, especially when you
Mhm.
have multiple kids.
Mhm.
So, a way we could reframe that is, I'm just in the season of practice, not perfection. Because then, you try something out and the next day you could always try something different. You don't have to do it
Exactly,
the same.
exactly. Sometimes you just have to fly off the cuff. You can't plan everything because let's face it, nothing goes to plan.
Oh, I know. That's like the one thing that nothing goes to plan.
No,
We've talked
nothing.
about this. And
Mhm.
that's, I feel like, the one thing that I would have never gained that, I don't know, attribute, I guess you could say, if I wasn't a mother, because I was so rigid and
Yeah.
now I'm just so flexible and it's like, "Oh, okay, like no big deal, no big deal." And things don't bother me like they used to,
Mhm.
right? Once you have
Mhm.
kids, you're just used to it, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like, "Okay, well,
Here we
that's
go
fine."
again.
Yeah, whatever.
Totally agree. And finally, number 5, stuck in a lack of time for yourself. Like you're feeling like there's no room for rest or for your own
Mhm,
hobbies. So
mhm,
I feel that all the time. No time, no me
mhm,
time, right? So we
mhm.
can reframe it with I'm in a season of learning to carve out moments, even small ones for me. And I have to say that is so true. I used to do my me time like big spa days, like a whole day event. And now it's hiding in the bathroom getting a treat and hoping my daughter doesn't hear it. And I can say that's
I
my
know.
me time.
Like, this is my me time for the last month.
Hmm.
At night, when I get woken up at, for the baby, I'm, like, excited because I get to eat my junk food with nobody bothering me or stealing it, and I get to watch my show while I'm nursing my baby in the middle of the
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
"Yes,
I
this is
love
the
that.
greatest me time, and nobody bothers me ever." It's, like,
Mhm.
2 in the morning.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's
I know.
amazing. I mean, it's about turning it around in favor for you. I mean, that's
Exactly.
really what it's about. It's seizing the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So just reframe it. If you have to get up in the middle of the night to nurse a newborn, just be like, "Yes, I get to eat my junk food and my
True.
cherries, and nobody's drinking my orange juice the second I pour it." And, it's glorious.
It is, and you can watch your own shows without the
Yes,
kids interrupting. I love
and
that.
you don't have to pause it every 2 seconds.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
See, just shifting the language from "I'm stuck" to "I'm in a season" changes everything. It lightens the mood, and it reminds us that the moment isn't permanent, and it's just part of a bigger story. I'll admit, I do struggle with that. I really do, because once I'm stuck in a moment, I do struggle bus with, "Okay, it's gonna end. This is gonna end. It's temporary,"
Mhm.
and it's hard to see that, but I'm getting better and better at it after, what, 3 years of motherhood? I'll eventually get it. I'm a slow learner.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, when you actually do think about it, because I don't think about it, like, consciously. Regularly, like, this is just a season, this is not gonna be forever, and literally, like, every day your child is a different person because 'cause they're growing
Mhm,
and everything is changing, but when you think about it as like, "Okay, well, this just isn't the time of my life where I'm gonna like X, Y, and Z," but there will be a time again where I can do that, you know?
mhm.
Just
So they
have
say.
just have
I
faith.
don't know, I'm not there yet.
I know, so they say. I have faith.
At least that's what my mother says. I mean, she
Yeah.
leaves the kids and we're out of the house. So, okay, here's a question for you. And this is for our listeners too. When was the last time you felt stuck? Was it in the everyday grind or something bigger? Like maybe you felt stuck at home when everyone else was traveling, or you're
Mm,
stuck in a career pause, or you're stuck in a toddler tantrum again.
mm, mhm. Yeah, my, most recent stuck was when my baby was 2 weeks late, and I literally
Ooh.
thought I was gonna be pregnant forever. I didn't think he was ever gonna come out, and I was like, "I am so miserable, and I am, like, stuck being pregnant, and there's nothing I can do about it." And
Mhm.
the worst part, the worst part about it is not knowing. I am such a control freak.
Mhm.
I want to know, like, the day, the time, when I'm gonna start going into labor and, like, everything. And I feel like I was like, I literally thought I was never gonna have the baby, but that's so impossible.
Exactly. I remember texting you every morning going, "How you doing? Like, is there a baby? Is there not?" And you're like, "Still pregnant." I'm like,
Yes.
"Really?" And then he came so quickly.
Yes, he did. Thank goodness.
Yes, thank goodness for that. So
Yeah. What about you?
for me, it was all about, like, travel. Like, so in this past summer, I was hardly able to get my kid to the library because it was just so hot in Northeast PA. Like, we start the days at 90 degrees, the car is super hot, she doesn't wanna be outside, and I'm just like, "I just need to get out of the house," and she did not wanna get out because it was just too hot, which I get it. So
Mhm.
I had to reframe it. This was a hard one. I told myself, I'm in a season of local adventures that match our rhythm. And those moments still matter, even if it means like just stepping outside to splash in the water table for 2 seconds before she says it's too hot. That's okay. So, and
Mhm.
that was for me really that tested my patience because I'm a go go go. I love summer. I love the heat.
Me too.
And so because my kid is not, she's more like her daddy, she likes the cooler weather and winter, I'm like, "Come on, let's move it," and I had to try to reframe it, and that reframe did help, like, local adventures, even as local as my backyard, that counts.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank God for water tables and sprinklers.
Oh, yeah, or just the hose. Like,
Yeah.
I would literally just took the hose and sprayed it at her.
That's awesome. And kiddie pools.
Oh, yeah, that's everything. Okay, so Tessie, your catchphrase has been "You do you," and it's like become
Mhm.
our anthem for this season and really our entire show.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Because like, no 2 moms are walking the same path, doing it the same way, and there shouldn't be judgment in any of that, first of all. And then the second we try like, we stop trying to fit into someone else's version of motherhood, that's when we actually gain our freedom.
Mm, I I love that. I
Yeah.
learned that from you. You do you, and just hearing you say over and over again has helped me get out of my own head.
Mhm.
And that's been very freeing. So, research shows that moms who practice self compassion are 34% more likely to report being satisfied in their role in their life compared to
Mm.
moms who focus on comparison. That's one third. That's
Wow.
that's huge. I mean, but again, I know that for sure because I talk to you and eventually it gets it through my thick skull that you do you and that's okay. And that is very freeing.
Yeah,
So mhm,
well, I have
yeah,
a question for you.
yeah.
I'm just curious. I've been thinking about this a lot. You know those like mommy influencers who have like hundreds of thousands, maybe millions or whatever of followers? Okay,
Mhm.
here's the thing. I don't follow any like quote unquote mommy influencers. Like, do you? Is
I
that
don't
really a thing that moms follow? I would love to know. Is that a thing that moms follow, or is it just the creeps on the internet that follow them? Because, like, part of me feels like, what mom follows some moms? Because, like, why would we wanna do that to ourselves? Like, I just don't understand. To me, maybe it's just because, like, maybe my mindset is different, but I'm just like, why would I care? Like, why would I wanna follow someone in a I know that it's all staged, and I know that it's all fake perfect, and why would I follow that? So I'm really curious from our listeners if you could
yeah.
really, like, help me with this. Do you follow these women, or who is following these women? I would love to know.
And what do you get out of it? Really? Because again,
Yes.
I'm like you, Tess. I don't follow them. I see them, and there is some sort of like an indulgence there. Like, oh,
Mhm.
I could have that life, but at the same time, I know I am not capable of doing that. Like, I can't even bake sourdough because I don't like the starter, so I'm not even gonna
Oh my
go there.
me either. I tried one starter and never made it anywhere to fruition, like, not gonna happen.
I'll just go to the bakery and get it. Save myself the trouble. But that's what
Sourdough
I
for
love.
sure. Yeah.
My daughter is running around in just a diaper or underwear half the time. I mean, to have her perfectly
I know.
dressed at all times,
Ugh,
no, I
the
wish she
pressure.
would. I
Yeah.
but I can't even put, like, pigtails on her because she doesn't like having her hair done. So, if I
Yeah.
followed a mom influencer, I think I would feel really bad about myself.
Exactly.
But then again, maybe it's something to aspire to or something to laugh at as a parody. Or, other people get different things out of it, and we'd love to know what you think if you do follow mom
I would
influencers.
love to
I
know. I would
Yeah,
love to know if moms are actually following these mom influencers or who the heck is following them. Anyways, that's like my
I I
ADD school there.
I think that's a really great question. I like that.
Yeah.
But I do have a different question for you.
Okay.
Where in your life could you do you be the answer? Like maybe it's co-sleeping when your neighbor swears by sleep training or the baby book
Mhm.
says sleep training or going back to work even if everyone in your mom group is a stay-at-home mom. Where do
Mhm.
you Tessie, where do you do you?
Hmm, that's a really good question. I um, where do I do me? That's
Every
funny.
day. Can I do mine then? Can
Yeah,
I
do yours.
So daycare. Daycare for me is a big deal because my daughter is now 3 years old, and a lot of moms that I know are sending their kids, excuse
Oh,
me, to daycare.
yeah.
And even though they're stay at home, some of them are stay at home moms and some are working moms. So I understand the working moms. I get that. But the stay at home moms are also sending them because they're trying to get them acclimated and socialize and all
Mhm,
that stuff. And
mhm.
I am not there. I don't want her to go. On top
No,
of
I
that,
totally get that, yeah.
we're still working on the potty training, and all the schools here want her to be potty trained, and she just refuses, looks me in the eye, and pees in her diaper. Says, "I'm going." I'm like, "I know, there are toilets right there." So that's where we struggle, but I felt a lot of guilt and a lot of, "Am I missing out on something? Am I
No,
putting her
you're not.
behind by not sending her to daycare yet?" And I
No,
talked to my
you're not.
husband and he's adamant, "No, I don't want her in daycare yet because you're home. She gets a lot from you. She still needs you."
Mhm,
And I just had to really be okay with it and say, "No, I am not ready to let her go." Much less and I asked her, I said, "Do you wanna go to school?" She goes, "No."
mhm. Yeah,
She's like, "I don't wanna
I
leave
know.
you."
I remember I put my, older 2 in, like, a preschool type of thing when they were 3.5, like,
Mhm.
4, and, I couldn't even do it. I did it, like, 2 mornings a week because I was like, "No, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
send them 4 days a week for the entire day. If I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be very minimal," and I don't even think I would do that again. Like,
No?
I don't send my younger 2. So, yeah, I just hit his head.
Oh. Oh, poor little thing. It's a good thing the mic is soft.
Yeah. But, yeah, I totally feel you on that. You do you.
That
I feel
that's
like my life is a you do you because I just feel like I'm just so I don't know, it's not like I'm not caring with my kids, but I'm kinda very laid back when it comes to them
Mhm.
in a lot of ways, and I don't think, like, other people understand it, you know? It's
But
hard
it
to
works for you.
explain.
Well, you've
It
always
works for
said that
me.
you are, a secret hippie or you're a crunchy
Mhm.
mom. You've always said
Totally.
that, and
Mhm.
it works for you because I see how brave your kids are and how they're brave, but not reckless. They are smart.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that they know their boundaries better than their peers would at their age because you
Mhm.
allow them to make those decisions. But you also let them make those decisions because of who they are. I mean, if they're literally
Mhm.
gonna throw themselves off of your rooftop, you would definitely be watching them a little bit more closely.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
they don't do that. So
Yeah.
I think
It's
that
interesting. You get, like, used to like, my style, I get used to, like, I literally have eyes in the back of my head, you know what I mean, kind of in a way, and so, to other people, it looks like I'm not paying attention to my kids, but I'm 100% paying attention to my kids, you know,
Mhm.
but they're just they're, like, figuring it out on their own, and I'm allowing that. But if
Mhm.
I need to, I can step in easily, but I feel like a lot of people step in on my kids in way like, I have one who kind of he has some problems walking, and me and my husband are like, "Even if you didn't have legs, we would expect you to walk, so do it." And then, like, strangers are always, like, stepping in, probably thinking that I'm, like, a horrible mother to
Abuse.
help him.
That's what they're saying.
And I'm like, "No, don't do that." Like,
Mhm.
he can do it, he'll figure it out. Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw a kid on a show one time who was literally walking on his hands. He had no legs, and he walked with his hands. So,
You're
like,
raising him to be resourceful. I mean, we all have
mhm,
limitations, right? Whatever it
mhm,
is, we all have our limitations. For example, I
mhm.
have terrible eyesight. Hmm, let's tell you
Oh.
how I figured that out. I have terrible eyesight. I know where my contacts are at all times and where my glasses are at all times. That is my workaround.
There you go, exactly. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's
Hey,
see?
it's the truth. I mean, hey, I can't
I
sing
mean,
for
if your
anything.
mom was constantly there following you around with your glasses to make sure you could see, you woulda never learned how to
Exactly.
do it yourself.
Thank goodness I guess, I'm the oldest of 4, so if I lost my glasses, I'm on my own because my mom was always busy with like, a younger kid, so I've learned if I don't wanna walk into a
That's so
wall, know
true.
how to see.
Exactly.
Okay, so we walked through
Yeah.
some of the common places where mom feels stuck, like laundry, comparisons, all that stuff. And we've
Mhm.
reframed the idea of seasons. But here's a really beautiful part. Those same seasons of challenge often lead to seasons of growth. And research actually shows that one of the biggest reported changes after becoming a mom is an increase in resilience and adaptability. In other
Wow.
words, motherhood grows us.
That's exactly what I was just saying, that,
Yes.
like, I feel like I have abilities and personality traits even
Hmm.
now that I never would have had without kids because, like, yeah, even when you're feeling like you're drowning in Cheetos and laundry, like, you're also leveling up in ways you don't even notice
Yes,
until
you're
later.
leveling up. I love that term. It's like a
Leveling
video
up.
game only for moms.
Yes. Super mom. I have a shirt that says super mom, and I wear it too. I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Can some video game people make up a game for moms? Like when we
Oh.
level up with something? I don't know. In my head right now, I have like old retro Nintendo Mario
Yes.
Brothers of leveling up as a mom. I don't know. It's something weird in my head.
I love that. Yeah, it's so true. Once I now I'm at, like what level would I be? I guess I'd be, like, level 5. I don't
I'm at level 1.
know. No, but you've grown since then, so maybe I'm
Yeah,
actually at level 20 and you're at level 5.
or maybe
I
level
don't know.
1.5 for me. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I don't know how we would gauge these levels,
I
but
know.
it's like suddenly things that used to be totally throw me off, now
Mhm.
I'm like, I can handle this or that's no big deal. I've actually had people comment on how chill I was. We were like sitting on my back patio, my kids were spilling stuff all over the chairs, and it's just
Uh-huh.
like it wasn't phasing me. I was just like picking it up and just cleaning it up and like, it wasn't phasing me, and someone commented like, "Wow, you're really chill." And I'm like, "It's no big deal. Who cares?"
It's true. It's true. I've definitely leveled up in my patience. I am an
Yes.
impatient human. I've
Yes.
always been impatient, and my daughter was just playing with her color changing cars on the floor, spilling water everywhere. So I just threw a towel down. I said, "Okay, well, I'll mop it up later.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to do more laundry. Oh well."
Yes. I feel like it's daily, especially in my house, it's so chaotic. Just the things okay, so this is really funny. Somebody got, my oldest this for his first birthday, and our house was very quiet when my oldest was 1, mind
Mhm.
you, if you
Mhm.
could just imagine. Um, so for his first birthday, they got him this garbage truck that honked and, like, made, like, it would make the engine sounding, and it was just, like, made the most obnoxious noises. And I swear to God, when I got that, I was like, "No way, my child is not having this." So, I actually, like, hid it for the longest time, put the batteries out or something,
Mhm,
and then somehow, it makes its way, and it's every kid's favorite toy, even little girls, like, they love garbage trucks,
mhm.
and it doesn't even faze me now. They're constantly blowing the horn, turning the engine on, all that stuff doesn't even faze me.
Yeah, same. So, my house is extremely quiet when my daughter was first born. Now it's,
Yes.
gosh, I don't think we have decibels to gauge what we have right now, and she's only a one child,
I
and,
know.
we a lot of people gave us these wonderful electronic toys that I was like, "No,
Mhm.
she's not getting this." And I put them away. Let's just say we use them, and they are heaven sent, okay?
Yes.
They
They
will
love them.
entertain I know,
Mhm.
best things ever.
Mhm. Yes,
So
exactly.
so let's name a few of the most common growth themes moms talk about. We picked 6 of the most common. Can I go first?
Yeah,
So, number 1, patience and flexibility, what we were just talking about. Moms often
definitely.
say they've learned to bend without breaking. Like, a canceled nap doesn't ruin my day anymore. I just go out and go shopping with her, right?
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
yep, yep. Here's another one. We don't have sit down dinners. That's okay. I'll just chase her. It's part of my cardio routine. Mhm.
Yeah, totally. Like, that's one of the things that I'm not rigid on. I used to be very rigid on, like, what they wore, and
They used
now I
to
don't care.
match.
I'm just like
Your 2 oldest
yeah.
used to match. I remember that.
They used to match, like, every day, and then actually my first 3 at a certain point, they matched every day. I would pick out their outfit. I was like that was back when I had time to do that. I don't have time for that anymore. I'm just like, "Go get yourself dressed." And they
I
do.
don't I don't know what that says about me because my daughter is, like, in her underwear all the time. She's as soon as we walk through the door, she goes, "I want this off," and she's, like, pulling off her shirt and her pants and everything. I'm like, I don't even know why I plan outfits anymore. Um,
I know.
eh.
I know. You just have to be flexible. You really
Mhm.
do.
Yep.
It's something I never had before, and now if things change, it's almost like expected.
Yeah.
I don't have expectations anymore. I feel like that's the key to patience and flexibility in life in general.
Yep.
Even I have to have that with, like, my husband and my parents and pretty much any adult because they can make their own decision. If you have any expectations of anything, then if it goes wrong or doesn't go your way, then you are disappointed. But if
Mhm.
you don't and you just, like, hope for the best and just go with the flow, that's the key.
Mhm. Expectations versus reality, something I'm still working on.
Yeah, expect don't have any expectations, and then then you won't be disappointed, and you won't get
Exactly.
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so number 2. So confidence in their own voice. A lot of moms report that they stop second guessing, and they trust their instincts more. Like,
Mm.
I I may not parent like my sister or my neighbor, but I know it works for my kid. And I
Mhm.
100% agree with that because that totally happened to me.
Mhm.
I started going more with my mom gut and I don't care how anyone else does anything. I'm doing this and you're
Yeah.
not going to change my mind. That's what I did with my baby's name. I was like, this is his name and nobody's going to pick another name. Like, this is it.
And honestly, I think it's one of the best names out there.
It is. I
It
love
really
it. I
is.
love saying it.
Well, I think all your kids' names are awesome, but this one, that's a level up.
Takes the cake. Best for
Yeah.
last, right? Yeah.
Okay, number 3, time management and prioritization. Motherhood forces you to focus on what really matters. So you stop doing the hundreds of things and start doing the 2 most important things. I stopped getting distracted by all the other stuff, and I just focus on, is she alive and is she well? That's what I do.
Mhm. Yeah. Like, literally leave the dishes in the sink.
Mhm.
If you get to snuggle your kid and they're happy and you're happy, who cares about the dishes, honestly? Just
100%
throw
because
them in
there's
the dishwasher. I don't even scrub dishes anymore. I just throw them in the dishwasher and pray
hope
for
for
the
the best.
best.
And if you run out of dishes, paper plates.
Oh, you know what? We started using paper plates recently because, I'm like a closet hippie, crunchy. I don't wanna
Mhm,
use the paper plates because it's, like, wasteful and fills the dumps, but
mhm.
at this point in my life, I'm like, I don't care. I'm using paper plates." And it's been the best thing ever, and you know what? Speaking of seasons, this is just a season. We're not gonna use paper plates my entire life, but, like, in this season right now, yes, we are.
Yeah, it's about survival, right?
It's about survival.
I
Yeah.
use a lot more convenience things, like, when I go to the grocery store, I'll pick up, like, pre-chopped veggies, and I would never do that because 'cause I'm
Yes.
like, "Oh, it's so much more
No.
money," or it's not the freshest, I'm like, "Forget it. It is
Yeah.
it's better than nothing."
It's done. I know. I got to the point where I'm like, "Okay, well, fine, I'm gonna break down and I'm gonna buy the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup because all these recipes that I wanna make call for it, and I'm sick of making my own gravy with, like, homemade butter and flour and, like, bone broth." And I'm just like I just broke down and bought bought the Campbell's. Way
I
more convenient.
100% am with you right there. I
I
went
did
to
not
get
wanna do it.
I was getting, hamburgers, and I normally form the patties myself, and I was like, "No." One day I was just like, "Nope, mm-mm, preform, that's the way to go. Open the package, throw it on the grill, we're good." I'm like, "Oh, who am I?"
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
So funny.
Or,
And
oh, juice boxes. J I was never a fan of juice boxes, but honestly, they save me so often.
oh, I haven't tried though. Oh, this is what I recently bought. Okay, I've never done this. My husband was like, "What are these?" I recently bought, those Crustables?
No. You gave it
I bought, like, 2 packages of those Crustables, Uncrustables, whatever they're called. My husband's like, "Why did you buy the" I'm like, "At this point, I just throw them in the diaper bag for the park. I do not care." Like,
I hear you there. I
oh
hear
my
you
god,
there.
I've gotten, like, very lax. And I'm like, "You know what? We survived drinking out of the garden hose and all the things that I, like, survived as a child. My kids will survive a season of Uncrustables and Campbell's soup." I practically, like, was raised on Campbell's soup.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You
What
do.
the other day, okay, my kid was hungry. We just finished at the trampoline park, and they have an eatery there, and, of course, it's all food I would never give
Fried
her.
food and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She was melting down, I was melting down, I just said, "Forget it. You're getting chicken nuggets." She ate it, and we were all happy.
I know one time I don't know if I talked about this on here, but one time I was, like, just in such a hurry and we were leaving town and I'm like, "I'm just gonna go through McDonald's and get them each a small fry," you know?
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah,
like I go and a small fry is $5.
I
I
know,
almost died. I was like, "Wait a minute, you put that in wrong." I was like, "How is it $20 for, like, fries?"
I know.
Insane.
It is not fast food is not what it used to be.
Clearly, I don't go enough because I was
No.
like, "That is ridiculous."
I know, I know. So time management prioritizations, obviously, Tessie and I have had to reframe
Yeah.
that.
I've totally reframed that. Just for a season, though, don't you
Just for a
worry.
season. Yeah. Mhm. Just for a
Yeah.
season. I'll let you know when my
So
season's over.
I feel like that's, like, partly also, like, number 4,
Mhm.
resilience and problem solving. I problem solve, now I do paper plates, I do Uncrustables, Campbell's soup, I'm, like, building my skills here.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
But, research shows that moms develop a stronger ability to problem solve, whether it's a toddler tantrum in Target or something much bigger, like, moms bounce back faster. Uh,
Yeah, I believe it.
I could see that. Yeah,
I I
me
I I
too.
can totally see that because I see moms with kids who are having meltdowns, and they get over it faster than their said partners. So I
Mhm.
can see that because you know what? They don't have time to dwell on it. How often do you have
Yeah,
time to dwell on what just happened before because you have to deal with the now, right?
you don't have time. Yeah, it's like you kinda become unstoppable, right? Like, you
Yeah.
can survive anything. Once you can survive, no sleep or, like, waking up multiple times at night for weeks on end, I mean,
Mhm.
you're basically like a superhuman at that
Right.
point.
Yep.
You can
Yep.
handle anything.
Yup. Sleep deprivation, not a problem. They have to train that into professionals, and we get on the job training right here.
I know. It just makes us great. I tell my husband too, I'm like, you married a warrior. Like, I have warrior blood,
Mhm.
and you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Number 5, deeper empathy and perspective. So, another theme that we've had
Mhm.
is empathy, right? Moms often say that they're less judgmental, right? We've said
Yep.
that how many times? Because
Yep.
they realize everyone is carrying something unseen. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, before mom version of me and now me, totally different.
Yeah. I mean, I used to think I had all the answers, and now I'm like, "Nope. I'm just here. You do you. Cheer
Mhm.
every mom in her lane." Like, what and I was just telling someone this morning, like, when you haven't been through anything difficult, and I know I've talked about this, like, it's easier for you to judge, but, like, when
Mhm.
you go through something difficult and motherhood is difficult, you don't judge as much because 'cause you're like, I cannot possibly know what you're going through
Yep,
walking in your
exactly.
shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like, number 8, identity expansion. And finally, identity. Motherhood doesn't just shrink who you are, it obviously expands it. Moms discover new passions like this podcast,
Uh-huh.
creativity, advocacy. Moms get
Mhm.
very passionate. If you want to really make a change, upset a mom, okay? And she will make it happen.
So true. So
Even
true.
entrepreneurship, a lot of moms create businesses out of a necessity for their child.
Yeah, what is it?
Or
1 in 3 or 2 in 3 are mom-owned, in
oh, I don't remember, but
independent.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's like 1 in 3 or 2 in 3 businesses are mom-owned because it was
Mhm.
inspired by her journey as a mom.
Yes, I mean, I feel like I used to watch that show Shark Tank,
Yeah.
and a lot of the businesses on there were, like, mom inspired
Mhm.
for their kids.
Mhm.
And even, like, if a mom has there's a lot of moms who will come up with even just, like, Mothers Against
Yeah,
Drunk
drunk
Driving,
driving, yep.
something like
Huge.
that
Mhm.
is from a mother's, what she's been through, and,
Yep.
like yeah. Do not upset a mother.
Yeah. So true.
That's
Yes.
the biggest mistake.
Yep. So when you feel stuck, remember that's only half the story. There's growth happening under the surface, and every season is shaping you into a stronger, wiser version of you.
Mhm. Exactly, and wherever you're at, in the stuck, in the growth, or both at the same time, it can be both. You're not behind, you're right where you are meant to be, and
Mm,
you do you.
yeah, that's right. So,
Yeah.
Tessie, what's one hard season that grew you?
Hard season. First time motherhood for sure.
Mhm.
Uh, and then adding another child for
Mm,
sure.
yeah,
That was hard. I don't know which was harder, first time or adding another child, and like try to figure out how to split myself between two.
I can't
Now it's
imagine.
like no big deal. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able, I don't have that expectation that I'm going to split myself between any of them like equally.
Mhm.
So just like it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And yeah, that and just getting through potty training for sure. That's
Oh,
a tough
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Still going through
Yeah.
that. Huh.
Yeah, like just the infanthood,
Mhm.
breastfeeding for a year, having to be like you can't go anywhere without your child because I don't pump. So that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It all grows you, and, like, at this point, I'm just like, no big deal." That
Yep.
stuff used to bother me, it doesn't bother me anymore.
You don't have the time to. You don't have the brain space to.
No. No, maybe I've just, like, slowly died inside and just given up on my expectations of ever
But it's about
just
whatever
kidding.
gets you through the
Uh,
season, right?
right. Just die inside, you'll be fine. You'll come out of it.
Spring will come, it's fine.
What about you?
Definitely my postpartum recovery. 100%.
Mhm.
I had postpartum depression, bad postpartum depression. I had a newborn, I was a new mom, I was learning, like, new skills, like how to breastfeed, I was sleep deprived, and everyone like I've talked about before, I like sleep. So but now I
Mhm.
give myself a little bit more grace. I rest when I need it, and I definitely ask for help. I never asked for help before because I didn't need to. Now
Mhm.
I do, and I am so
Yeah.
glad that, I asked for help.
Yeah, that's key. And that's one thing too that I've given up on or like grown in. I always expected myself to always be like accomplishing something or
Mhm.
doing something productive. I'm a very task-oriented person. And now I'm to the point where like I don't even bother trying because I'm like I know it's not going to happen and I don't care. It doesn't bother me
Mhm.
anymore.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a reframe that ties it all together. What if instead of saying I'm stuck, we say I'm right where I'm meant to be?
Yeah, I love that
Like if
because it's
fate
true.
brought us here, whatever
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah, totally. Because even if it's messy, even if it's not the picture that we thought motherhood would be, 100% that's my story. Like, I did not think it was going to be this hard. I know I've said that. It's still ours. And it's what we're meant to be doing in this moment. I feel like that in general, like everybody in life, everything happens for a reason. That's my belief. And everything happens when it's supposed to happen. And yeah, it's where we're meant to be.
Yeah. I know for me, for example, I was always looking for the next big thing, the next best thing, always
Hmm.
trying to improve myself. So I was always trying to leverage something rather than saying, I'm right where I'm meant to be. You know, for when I
Hmm.
first became a mom, I was like, oh, I could be doing something better. I could be back at work and or my baby could be better at this. And no, this is where I'm meant to be. And that brought me a lot of peace.
Yeah. No, I struggled with that for many years. I basically I know I've talked about this, like, I've tried to, like, take over my husband's role as CEO in our company all the time. And but you know what? It's always backfired because when I'm not doing the role that I'm meant to be, which is being a mother to my young children,
Hmm.
nothing goes well. It
Hmm.
doesn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Because
I
like
struggled
you're
with that.
Yeah, I and we talked about that in previous
Yeah.
episodes. You are right where you're supposed to be. So, like we said, we're
Mhm.
cheering our every mom out in their own lane
Mhm.
because that's where you're supposed to be. And and it
Mhm.
feels so validating when that little voice says mama or they meet that milestone and you're
So
like,
cute.
"Oh, I
Oh
love
my
you."
gosh.
Oh, my daughter started saying I love you. And the first time she said it to me, I'm like,
The best.
best ever.
Did you melt into a puddle on the floor?
Oh,
Yes, I
yes.
do. Yeah,
100%.
I know.
100%. Yes.
My daughter is in this phase where she says "mommy" after everything when she's talking to me. She's like, "Yes, mommy," or "Can you put my shoes on, mommy?" Like,
Mhm.
everything, like, "Oh, it's my cup, mommy. Oh, look at my doll, mommy." Ah, and I'm just like, "Ah, your mommy is so cute. I love it because she's a girl, it's, like,
Yeah,
different, and, I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, you're so adorable."
It just it makes it all worth it. It makes it all worth it, and that
Yes.
perspective of you don't have to look for something else. This is where you're
Mhm,
meant to be. Whatever put you here, this is where you're supposed to be.
mhm. Yeah, like, even if it's messy, chaotic, you're sleep deprived, you're cranky, you're hormonal,
Mhm,
all of that happens, like, I trust God has a plan for this season.
mhm,
And he does have a plan for all of our lives. And we're right where we're meant to be. I believe that. And it does bring me peace at least and reminds me that I'm exactly doing what I'm meant to be doing. Like this is my purpose
mhm.
in life right now
Yeah.
on this earth.
Yeah. That shift in perspective allows like you look at those hard days differently. They're not wasted. That it's shaping you and your child in a certain way. It's building, it's layering your relationship with them into something so much richer.
Yeah. And if you look at the bigger picture, like it's kind of our kids are becoming like the humans that we're raising, the kids that they're becoming, or the humans that they're becoming, the adults they'll be one day. A sense of purpose also makes me like feel really grounded, grateful,
Mhm.
and I really am so grateful that these are my kids.
Yeah, yeah,
I love them. They're
seriously.
so
I
cool.
know, they're the
They're
best
so
things
cool.
ever.
Yeah.
So, what's one small thing in your current season that reminds you that you're right where you're meant to be?
Oh, small thing, huh? I would say it's like, yeah, it's whenever when my kid says mommy or I
Mhm,
love you,
mhm,
or when they want me to sit with them on the
mhm,
couch while they have their bottle and snuggle or bring a book to me. And when they just want to be connected to me,
mhm.
and
Yep.
that's how I know.
For me, she started doing this and she'll take my hand and she goes, "I need some mommy time." And that's just me and her going up to her room and just snuggling up in bed, reading a book, or I tell a story or give her a bottle or something. But that's when I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be because she still needs me. Because sometimes I think, does she really need me? Yeah, mom. Yeah, she's 3. She needs you. But I forget that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't leave my kids often, but when I do, and then when I come back, they're just so happy to see me, and they
Yeah.
run up to me and hug me. Even still, my 6-year-old, like, is just so ecstatic to see me, and I'm just like, "Wow," these kids, I am their whole world. It really makes you realize that.
Yeah, it really does. And
Mhm,
because it sometimes gets lost in those hard moments, right?
mhm. Yeah, it does.
All right. So, as we wrap up this season, I love looking back at the journey we've taken together. We've talked about feeling stuck and reframing those moments with a I'm in a season and recognizing that the growth that happens even on the hardest days, right?
Yeah, like, we've seen that being right where you're meant to be. It isn't always glamorous or picture perfect. Sometimes it's small, a bedtime snuggle, I love you, a
Yeah.
hug, reading
Mhm.
a book, something that's very boring, reading a book 10 times, but they love it.
Mhm.
A little victory in seeing your child actually be a kind human being or a
I know.
compassionate person. It
Such a win. Such a
Such a
win.
win. Yeah, just the other day at the park, my boys were all playing with their cousin, and they went kinda down this little ravine. My little 2-year-old followed them, and everybody was running back up the hill, and my 6-year-old turned back around to help my 2-year-old. And it's like, that's a
Oh.
win. It's like, what an awesome human he already is becoming.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah.
stubbed my toe and my daughter goes, "Mommy, are you okay?" And she got her little doctor kit out and
Oh,
she goes, "I put Band-Aid
cute.
on you." And I'm like, "Oh, she has
That's so
empathy. That's so cute, but please don't
yeah.
touch my toe. It really hurts."
Even if I just feel like, "Oh, no," or something, my
Mhm.
daughter goes, "What's wrong, mommy?"
Yeah.
Like, she recognizes, even if I
Mhm.
just make a noise, she
Yeah.
recognizes. Girls
She
are very in tune like that, I
They
think.
are, they are, they're amazing, and,
Mhm.
so all those are small victories, but so worth it, and the growth that comes with it, and it's real. Moms are building patience, confidence, resilience, perspective, and expanding who they are in ways they never expected.
Mhm, and, like, through it all, faith and kindness. I do believe in, like, trying to be kind to your kids all the time. It can guide us in reminding us that there is a bigger picture,
Mhm,
and this season is part of that picture. It's
mhm.
just a small little minutia little part, and every single act that we do as a mother, it does matter, even if it
I
doesn't feel like it.
That's really hard to remember, right?
I know.
So, as this season closes, here's the takeaway. Wherever you are right now, whether it's messy, joyful, or everything all at once, it doesn't matter. You're not behind. You're growing, you're loving, and you're exactly where you're meant to be.
Mhm, and don't forget, your power as a mom, comparison won't get you anywhere, perfection isn't required, and your version of motherhood is enough, okay? So you do you.
Yes, I love that. Thank you
Me
for
too.
letting us walk this season with you. We can't wait to continue exploring motherhood, kindness, growth, and all the twists and turns in the next season.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We have had a blast. I hope you guys have too.
Mhm.
And until then, remember, you do you.
We'll see you next time for more fun and more pearls. Bye.
Bye.